What's up, guys? I'm going to give you a little Thanksgiving preview. There are three games, as are every year on Thanksgiving, which I'm actually usually the Thanksgiving games to me are just always kind of like meh, whatever. But for whatever reason, this year I'm interested. The Lions are a team that's interested me all year long, even though they're winless. I mean, they're literally winless 10 games into the season, and they're interesting still because I like Dan Campbell. I can't help myself. The Bears, without or maybe with Justin Fields, I don't know, Andy Dalton, can he go out there and show that he's still got, a little bit left in the tank? Can he have his Cam Newton game? Because Cam played great last week, despite what some people are saying. And then we've got the Raiders and Cowboys, the reeling Raiders against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. That'll be interesting. Cowboys, obviously, without their two receivers, most likely coming off of a loss. And then you've got the Bills, the reeling Bills, against the reeling Saints in New Orleans on the night game. That sounds fun to me. So
Yeah, it does.
I think those are some interesting matchups for Thanksgiving, generally speaking, and
Yeah,
ones that I do feel strongly in some ways as far as betting on.
Let's start from the top. The morning game,
Yeah,
11:30.
the morning game, depending on where you're at, it's 11 o'clock a.m. for us. Bears at Lions. The Bears are 3.5-point favorites in Detroit, right? Which is kind of, I mean, I don't think the Lions deserve a ton of respect, okay? Maybe I just like Dan Campbell, and that's why I'm pumping him up, but I think that we do need to think, just from a betting standpoint, the Lions getting 3.5 points against the Bears team that, I mean, they're not necessarily the most dangerous of teams, okay? They
Right.
don't have Khalil Mack anymore. He's out for the year. The defense is beatable. If Jared Goff is back, I feel like the Lions could win this game outright. But I especially feel like taking them at take the 3.5 points. I kind of like that, man, because right now the Lions are running the ball incredibly well. DeAndre Swift is playing the best football of his career. He may be coming off of the last two games, maybe the best two games of his career. So they have that going for them. And then, as I mentioned, if Jared Goff is back, regardless of which Bears quarterback plays, the Lions have the better quarterback, in my opinion. Not to say Justin Fields is not going to be better than Jared Goff. I think he will be. But right now, I think it's a fair statement to say that Goff is better than Fields today. As I mentioned, DeAndre Swift, 47 carries over the last two games, 266 yards and a touchdown. Weirdly enough, he has 6 receptions for only 5 yards. So that hasn't been there as much, but I don't care. The most important thing for a running back is to be able to run the football.
Right.
And he's done that. Those are the only two 100-yard games rushing of his 2021 season, maybe even of his career. So that's interesting to me. I think that he's down to catch some more passes, so I have him going in a few leagues, and I will be definitely happy to start him against Chicago. And then if you look back at what happened in the first time these two teams played, Chicago won that game in Chicago 24-14, and it was a weird game because they got off to that early lead, and I think they were up like 14-0 pretty early. Fields didn't make any huge mistakes. He also didn't make any huge plays against the Lions because, let's face it, Baker Mayfield had a bad game, and that's partly because the Detroit Lions are actually all right defensively,
Yeah, it looks like Jared Goff is going to be out on this one again. Obviously, the Bears are without Justin Fields on this one too. So I mean, it's backup.
Yeah,
First backup,
if
obviously.
Goff's out, then it's not looking like
I mean, I'm picking the Bears in this one regardless, just because I just don't think the Lions are a good team. Yeah, they're resilient and they show life at times, but
they're definitely not good.
Yeah.
If Goff doesn't play, then I like the under in this game. 41.5 to me, I feel like you've got to go with the under because realistically, how many points can the Lions score? 20? No chance. I mean, Tim Boyle's he had 77 yards, in this game yesterday. So I don't think there's any chance they get 20. I don't think he got 10 last week, and I felt like maybe he should have even got 10. But Swift is the only reason they got 10, and he bopped a 57-yard run for that to even happen. So it's just the degree of difficulty for them to score if it's Boyle and not Goff. To me, I like the under in that event. But yeah, with that news, if it is Boyle, I got the Bears winning this game. If it's Goff, I definitely like the Lions to win it outright, or maybe even, 21 lose it like 21-18 or something like that. I don't know, 2017.
Yeah, I mean the Bears have a middle of the pack run defense, so maybe they'll shut down DeAndre Swift. I mean, if they shut him down, the Lions literally have no shot at winning this game.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm still giving them a hard time winning this game, especially with Jared Goff out. But I'm gonna say the Bears win this one, 21-13.
21-13. All right, I feel you. Well, let's talk about the Raiders-Cowboys game. That's Cowboys are 7-point favorites. Over-under in this one is 50.5. So this one might be my favorite bet of the whole slate of games, because when I look at it, man, I just think that every Thanksgiving, right? Me living in Dallas right now, especially, like every Thanksgiving, I see the Cowboys. They usually win. They usually beat up on the Raiders, like most Thanksgivings.
Well, they're usually beating up on the Lions or the Reds or the football team, but yeah.
They play the Raiders quite often too for Thanksgiving. And the thing about it is, the Raiders are reeling right now. I think the Cowboys are legitimately a good team, like maybe even a great team. Like I've seen a lot of takes on Twitter recently, like that Cowboys-Chiefs matchup might be the Super Bowl. I think that they might be that good, right? Because that defense shut Patrick Mahomes down a week after Mahomes had like 5 touchdowns and kind of had that I'm back moment. Well, not against us, you're not. You scored, what did you score, 17 points? I mean, that to me is incredible by Dallas without its top 2 edge rushers defensively. So you're telling me what's Derek Carr going to do? Derek Carr is diehard Raider fans are talking about, should we put in Marcus Mariota right now? You know what I mean? That tells you where Derek Carr is at. A lot of you thought he was a top 10 quarterback, not mentioning any names. There was actually a ton of you. It wasn't just one person, but Carr over his last 4 games is 74% completion percentage will round up a little bit, but 6 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. I mean, and the most important thing is he hasn't been able to score. I mean, he had the one game against Philly where he scored 33. Other than that, it's been 16, 14, 13.
Yeah.
I think it's more of the same. Like you're telling me he can't score more than 13 against the Bengals. He can't score more than 14 against the Chiefs. He can't score more than 16 against the Giants. I don't think he scores 17, or I don't think he scores more than 17 against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the Raiders are in a bit of a free fall here. So,
Yeah,
and it's only going to get worse because the Cowboys, coming off that, poor performance against the Chiefs, they're going to be potentially without Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb for this one on a short week. So, yeah, it's going to be tough for the Raiders, man. And like you said, they're reeling 17 points. I don't think they get there.
I think, yeah.
Maybe
I
if they do, that's their cap.
Yeah.
I
think it's like 28-13 or something like that. 28.
Yeah, I was going to project 31-21 Cowboys, but, that's...
You just said you don't think they get 17. Now you're getting them 21?
No, well, that was,
okay.
before you brought up the fact that Derek Carr is...
that he can't score that lately? He scored under 17 in 3 straight. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, that's... So, and that's not going to get it done on the road in Dallas, especially on Thanksgiving. So, yeah, I like the Cowboys in this one. I know, like I just said, Cooper and CeeDee Lamb might be out, but, I mean, they're going to be too much for the Raiders.
I think it's a Zeke and Pollard game.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's just going to want to run the ball down I think maybe even they get a receiver into the run game in some way or another, whoever it might be. I don't know. They got a few guys there that can do it, that are capable of doing it. But as far as from a betting standpoint, I love Dallas -7. Get it while it's hot, man.
Yeah.
Get it before it goes up to 8, 9, or 10 or whatever. So I like Dallas -7. I think it's going to be a methodical ass-whooping. Defense is going to dominate. Offense is going to move the ball. Maybe not.
Running backs are going to dominate.
Yeah, I think maybe not crazy. Like Dak's not going to go for 400 most likely. It's still possible, but most likely he's not. He's going to more likely go for like 220, 3 touchdowns, no picks, that kind of just a clean, dominating game where, Yeah, 28. I think it's like 28-13, 28-17, somewhere in that range. Maybe 31-17. I
Yeah,
don't know.
for fantasy purposes, this is a great matchup for Zeke and maybe even Tony Pollard on your flex. I think they're gonna run the ball, especially with their receivers hurting right now. They need to get their run game going, especially after last week. So Vegas gives up 9th most fantasy points to the running back position, so this is a good spot for Zeke and Pollard to kind of show out.
And Joe Mixon just softened him up. He carried the ball 30 times.
Yeah.
And now it's a short week, and you're on the road in Dallas.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Against the Dallas team that's pissed off because they lost last week.
Cowboys all day, baby.
Yeah, I think that's the truth in this one. And then we got the Bills at the Saints, right? So 2 reeling teams. I mean, that's interesting to me. What the line in this one is, Buffalo is a 4-point favorite. And the over-under is 46.5. So
this Kamara play in this one, that's going to be key for them.
That's going to be key, but let's just say he does. Who are you taking? Like, just generally speaking, if Kamara plays and he's 100% healthy.
I'm taking the Bills.
I know.
Yeah.
So, that's my thing is, of course that's going to be huge for them. Absolutely. But even if he plays, I just think that Buffalo, they're a team that, yes, while I'm worried about them, what do I trust about the Buffalo Bills? Well, I trust the culture. I trust Sean McDermott. I trust Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. I trust those guys. I trust that defense to just completely suffocate Trevor Siemian. If you're looking for a parlay, the Cowboys -7 and the Bills -4.5, just cover. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't see this one being a super close game. I think the Saints' best chance at having the final score be closer than what I think it will be is for them to do what they've done lately, and that's score a few touchdowns late in the game when it's all out of whack. But I think the Bills are going to be pissed off. Remember a couple of years ago, they went into Dallas on Thanksgiving. They were trying to tell everybody they were for real. Oh, that was last year, I think it was, actually. Trying to tell everybody they were for real, and they went in there and they beat the brakes off the Cowboys, and everybody was like, oh, wow, maybe they are legit. I think it's going to be an inspired effort like that because when you have a group of super talented, super well-coached, and super high-character guys that make up a great, strong culture, that's the kind of bounce-back wins you get, and I think that's kind of what for example, look no further than the Jets game in Week 10 after losing to Jacksonville in Week 9. Well, they went out there and trounced them 45-17. Granted, they got their asses beat by the red-hot Indianapolis Colts the week after that. I get it. But I think that in this one, we're going to see them come out and say, hey, we are legit. We are fighting for our division again because, hey, maybe they're thinking Tennessee might just beat New England. If they beat New England, we got to do our part and we got to do it first. We got to beat the Saints. I think it's going to be a big win for Buffalo. I think it's going to be something like, I don't know, 27-13, something like that, 28-10.
I mean, if Kamara plays in this one, I think it's going to be a little closer. Like you said, they're both reeling. Fun fact, the New Orleans Saints have played just 3 times on Thanksgiving, and they're perfect 3-0 all time on Thanksgiving. So it's pretty much their only bright spot for this team this week. But, yeah, I think Josh Allen and the Bills get it done in this one. I'm going to say 28-24.
28-24 Bills?
Push.
Wow, so you like the Saints to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, you said it's a
4.5.
Oh, okay. I thought it was at 4.
No, I could see that happening, I guess, but I mean, because only if
Kamara plays are they scoring 24 points.
Yeah, I think that we need to remember what the Bills defense has done to look, week 1, yeah, Pittsburgh scored 23, they beat the Bills, I get it. Then week 2, they shut out the Dolphins. Week 3, they did give up 21 to Washington, but I think that Washington offense right now is better than New Orleans offense. Then they shut out the Texans. Then they only allowed 20 to Kansas City. So you just said the Chiefs in Kansas City scored fewer points than the Saints will.
Yeah.
I mean, just, and then, let's see, 11, 9, 17. Those are points against them. And, of course, last week, Jonathan Taylor just went completely insane. And but they're going to need that kind of an effort from Alvin Kamara. And the problem is, if you look at all the time when this happens in the NFL, when a team allows a bunch of rush yards in one particular week, especially a good, well-coached team like Buffalo, the following week when they're playing another dynamic running back, they're going to be hell bent on not allowing that again. You know, when those mistakes compound, that's when you know your culture's got a little shaky.
Yeah, I mean, with Jonathan Taylor going nuts this past week, the Bills are still giving up the fewest fantasy points to the RB position. So,
Still.
Yeah.
Wow, and they allowed 5 touchdowns last week. Jonathan had a 50-burger in fantasy.
Yes, he did.
So,
but yeah, I like the Bills all the way in this one. Yeah, they're
28-24.
Yeah, they're reeling, but you know the Saints are reeling worse. They haven't won a game since Jameis went down. So
yeah, and I will say the Saints in that dome are an issue. They are an issue. I think Buffalo's going to handle business.
Yeah. But yeah, those are the three. You know, not too exciting matchups, but I like them. Obviously, it's football. It's Thanksgiving. There's going to be a bunch of food eaten, a bunch of beers being drank.
I figured Goff was playing. I don't know why I thought that. I thought that would be that would be a much more interesting game if he were. Even if Fields doesn't, with Boyle playing, that's really goes back down to guess I'll just wait till the second game comes on before I get excited about football. You know, I'll still watch it because I'm a freaking junkie. But
yeah, I mean,
that's a bummer.
We usually only have one game on Thursdays. Now we get 3, and it's Thanksgiving, so it's gonna be a good day to kind of just sit around and eat a whole bunch of food and watch some football, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go Cowboys.
Generally speaking, I wish they would, and this might be an unpopular opinion because we love watching our football, but I wish they would just not. I wish they would just not play games on Thursday every week.
It's fun, you know.
It's fun, but it's like these guys are out there
waiting 7 days to.
Yeah, but
watch football.
But the product
especially for the fans.
The product isn't very good.
I mean, the NFL's been playing Thanksgiving games.
No. Thanksgiving is fine. I'm talking about we play every single Thursday. I don't think we should do that.
I mean, they own a day of the week and Sunday, and they're
Well, I want all the games on Sunday, but I'm saying even still, like Thursday, if you did it to where and you set it up to where it was after each team's bye week, then I'd be all for it. You know, because then they have bye week, and then Thursday, and you could do that, right? Like you'd not be able to start until week 4 or whatever. So you'd have your opening night Thursday night game, and then you'd have to wait weeks 2, 3, and 4, no Thursday night games, and then weeks 5 through whatever it goes to week 14 or whatever. I don't know when bye weeks stop. Then you would be able to just schedule it to where it's bye week, you know. Or you could have a team that just comes off a bye week playing a team that's going to have their bye week after that. I don't know. You could schedule it in a way where it worked out like that. I just think that overall it's obviously there's a lot of money involved. They want that extra day of the week that they get to have another few million ratings and sell ads on that and all that stuff. I get it. But I just think it'd be better if there weren't any. But and that comes from a person that loves watching Thursday Night Football.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, that'll
drop in the comments. Let us know who you think's winning each game.
Yeah. Give us your preview and predictions. We like to hear from you guys as well. I know we come on here every week and give our previews and predictions and our waivers, but we want to hear from you guys. Let us know what
and let me know
think.
What start-sit questions you have in the comments, and I'll answer them all before kickoff, guaranteed.
Well, that wraps it up here. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, like Evan just said, with your start-sit questions for these Thanksgiving Day slate of games, and also for Sunday and Monday. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, and we will catch you in the next one.
Bye, guys.